Hello everybody and welcome back to the Calf of Man. It's rather a nice day here and yeah, we're up to letter U. Now we're actually about to carry out a task. It's quite a big task, it's quite an exciting task, and it's to do with what I'm going to be talking about today, and that is underground burrows. Now you may be thinking, oh, that sounds really boring, but I promise you what I have in store for you during this episode is well worth it. So please keep watching, you're going to enjoy it. But for now, I'm going to hand over to Aaron, who's the head ornithological warden here, because he knows a lot more about all this stuff than I do. So yeah, over to Aaron. So Aaron, why am I talking about underground burrows today? Why are they so important, specifically here on the Calf?
So the Manx Shearwater was first described from the Calf of Man, we presume. Obviously, hence the name, the Manx Shearwater, and it lived here in probably hundreds of thousands in its heyday. But unfortunately, the brown rat got ashore probably in the sort of 1700s and caused a catastrophic decline, which ended up with the species becoming extinct on the Calf.
So the first thing you probably think of when I say underground burrows are rabbits. Not only do we have hundreds, probably thousands of underground burrows here on the island, as you can see, we also have hundreds of rabbits, which makes sense, right? So the rabbits dig the burrows to create this network or system known as warrens. But the surprising thing is, the rabbits are not the only animal that dig and use burrows. So seabirds also use these underground tunnels, just like the Manx Shearwater Aaron mentioned. Now some dig their own nests, whilst others take advantage of the already existing rabbit burrows.
Why Manx shearwaters choose to live in burrows?
Well, they're a nocturnal species largely, so they only come ashore at night time. They're not designed really to be on the shore. They're a bird that lives, they're a pelagic seabird, so they're spending most of their life at sea. And their sort of body design is very poor for the land. So if they come ashore during the daytime, they'd be predated by other birds and mammals. So that's why they only come ashore at night time, which makes life a little bit difficult for us to monitor them.
Are there any other birds here on the Calf that live in burrows?
There are. Hopefully we've got puffins coming back now. We also have other land birds like wheatears that nest in burrows, and those have also sort of benefited from the brown rat being eradicated from the Calf.
Thank you. And could you tell us a bit more about what we're doing today?
So we started a program in 2012 to eradicate the brown rat, and that's been largely successful. And what we've now seen is the return of the Manx Shearwater to the Calf of Man. And what we're doing today is to go through and identify the burrows that have got Manx Shearwaters in. So we play a call of the Manx Shearwater, and if there's a bird in the burrow, hopefully they'll respond to that call, and then we can sort of mark that burrow as being one that's occupied.
Okay, would you like to show us a demonstration?
Yeah, I can do that. So what we're going to do is just play this little recording down the burrow. And then we just listen to see if the bird responds. And there isn't a response at this one at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're just going to mark the burrow to say that we've actually checked it, and then we'll move on to the next one.
So there's a reason why I'm sat in the bracken, and that is to find underground burrows like this. So as you can see, we've got string along here, and we've actually created little transects and corridors, and there's 5 of us, and we're traversing the bracken, and we're going through, getting hot and sweaty on this lovely day to try and find the burrows. Now once we know how many burrows we have and determining the recalls, so how many recalls we get, we can then find out a rough occupancy rate. So depending how many Manx Shearwaters are recalling in the burrows, out of all the burrows we find in total today, we can then say we know that X amount are living here on the Calf.
So we don't normally see the Manx Shearwater during the daytime. But one of the things that we're doing at the moment is to check the burrows if there is a bird responding to the call that we play down it. And this one responded and was within reach of us. So this is an adult Manx Shearwater. As you can see, the black and white plumage, that when you see them at sea, you see the white of the underwings and then the black as they shear along over the water. As you can see, it's quite a powerful bird. Its feet are set well back at the back of the body, which gives it the ability when it's diving to use those feet and those webbed feet as a power to push them along, as well as using its wings to in effect fly underwater. But what that means on land is it's very ungainly, and this one wants to get back down its burrow. It doesn't like being out during the daytime, so what we're going to do is pop him back in, just have a look at the specially adapted bill. So a member of the tube nose or albatross family. The shearwaters have got these little tubes on the top of their nose. These birds don't ever drink fresh water, so it has to excrete the salt that it gets from the salt water at sea, and it does that through those tubes. So let's pop him back into the burrow, and off he goes.
Bye. So just over 4 hours later, and we have got 450 burrows we've just looked at, and we've had 84 callbacks, which is about 1 Manxie per every 5 burrows. So we're happy with that. That's quite a high.
Very good.
Right. Yep. So yes, we're all pretty knackered, but good job, team, and it's tea time. So it's 11 PM here on the calf, and we're just setting off. Let us hope we're in luck, and we're going to go and see if we can find some. So it is 3 AM now, so excuse me if I'm looking a bit tired, and we have caught a few Manxies. We actually do see already ringed birds here, and that is because year after year these Manx Shearwaters return to the same underground burrow with the same partner to nest, which is amazing. Now you may know that seabirds do have a longer life expectancy than other garden birds, and one of the oldest Manx Shearwaters to be recorded is in its 50s. So any time from April, they will start to come to land to find their burrow. They will lay 1 egg, only 1, and this will hatch around late June. Come August time, the chick will be able to leave the underground burrow and take its first flight out to sea. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit more about some of the creatures you can find in underground burrows. And I will see you next week. I need to now think of something beginning with V. Thank you very much.